Hey, good afternoon, all my Pops pals. This is where I have roll call, where everybody that's commented on one of our videos this past week gets their name called out. How about that? But before we get started, as I've told you all before, I roll my own cigars. This is one of my home rolls. So I'm gonna light this sucker up, clip the end off. Good draw. Get it going here. I'll show you how I do this. You kind of toast the foot a little bit. Get it kind of hot and charred, and kind of primed up and ready to go. See there how I'm doing that? See if you can see that. Like there you go. Just kind of get it. And then just like that. Man, old living. Cup of coffee, good cigar, back porch, got my hat on. I'm ready to rock and roll. Okay, in the past I've been doing shorts with this because it usually takes a minute or two, but the comments are getting more and more and longer, so I've got more of them to do. So we're gonna do a regular long video today, because I want to get everybody called out. Don't want to miss anybody. If I ever do miss somebody, if you commented and I didn't call your name, you send me a comment or an email even. Remember, my Pop's email is poptalks@icloud.com. Be sure and email me if you have any questions or anything you want me to talk about, any topics or any comments or what have you. And don't forget, we have a Pop's Prayer Club. So if anybody has prayer requests or needs or going through some hard times, then let me know and I'll say a prayer for you. Got my stogie going. We're ready to go. Let me call off everybody's name that commented this past week, and I'm going to do kind of a special call out for all of the people that commented that have their own channels. And again, if I miss somebody, you let me know, because it can happen. This YouTube stuff can get kind of convoluted and complicated sometimes, and man, it's just a challenge to try to navigate all the way through it and get it right. So here we go. This past week, and these are all, if this is your first time, you're inducted into the Pops Pals Club Society, a special place there. And I want to say welcome to all the new subscribers and or commenters to Pops Pals Club. This is an elite club. And one of these days, we're going to do something really special with all the Pops Pals Club members. All right, here we go. Commenting this past week, we had Janie Estrada, Antonio Franca, James Saunders, Map, Jana Chapa, Egbo Jekis, Bidel Farragoza, Lon Way 1001, Zinni at 4 Blossy, Song Yang, Griselda Martinez, Lynn Lat Few, Caitlin and Gus Andrews, Lawrence O'Dilly, and the folks that commented have their own channel. I want you to take note of this. Go check them out, subscribe, watch some of their videos. I've watched, I think, every one of these. I've subscribed to them and I watch them, so got some real good content out there. All right, here we go. Kyle at Steel Toe Video. He does industrial type video, and he's got drones and does some really neat stuff. If you haven't checked him out, you'll be impressed. Go check him out. Steel Toe Video. Mike at Old Me Living Better. Now this guy, he's a true friend and a mentor. He's helped me out more with my YouTube stuff than anybody has, as far as within the society or within our community and what have you, and I'm so grateful to him. And in fact, I'm recording this Sunday afternoon, but Monday at noon Central Time, he's having a live cast that I'm going to be his guest on, so maybe you watch that. If not, go back and watch that video. He's got some great stuff about life and wisdom, and really knows about YouTube and how to navigate that. If you're not Remember his channel, be sure and join. Then we got Debbie Sue at Simply Debbie Sue. She writes her own stories and poems and things, and just is such a sweetheart, reads them so well. I love watching her channel. We got Copper at Old Man Copper. He's a retired fireman, and man, he's got a neat channel. You need to check him out. He's got some neat stuff he talks about, some real neat experiences. Doing a great job there, Copper. Then we have Kathy at Kathy Dixon. She reads scriptures and sings a few songs and what have you. She's got a pretty cool channel. We have Shane at the Street Theologian. He talks about Bible concepts and things about the Bible and spirituality. Got some real good stuff there. We have Mike at Mike's Adventure Sparks. Mike talks about everyday life. He had a hospital stay here recently and he's doing really well, I hope. But he's got some neat stuff, just everyday kind of stuff. Then we have KC at Shoes Off with KC. She gives life advice and just all kinds of fun stuff. She's a real fun lady. I love watching her videos and what all she's doing. Then we have Catherine at Catherine's Fabulous 60s. She has some neat stuff about life and just talks about life in general, and I call her Odessa because she was born in Odessa, Texas, not too far from here. I'm in Corpus Christi, Texas, down in South Texas, and so fellow Texan up there in I think Minnesota or Wisconsin or one of those cold states up there, too cold for me. Then we have River Dog, and we have a cat out here that just decided to come up to the door and start meowing. Cat scat, go on. Oh my goodness, okay. Then we have River Dog. Old River Dog has a channel called Faith on the Water, and he kayaks down the rivers during the warmer months, and in the winter months he goes hiking and walking up in the southeastern parts of Ohio, some beautiful country, and he talks about faith and the Bible and God. And man, I really like taking those walks with him and riding down the river on a kayak. It's just real relaxing, and when I go with him I just feel like I'm right there with him and just kicking back and taking it easy. Just a great brother in Christ. We have Mac and Monk at Frontal Lobe Podcast. They're another Southeast Texas bunch of boys, and they talk about biblical stuff and God, and just really have a neat podcast. They put out a podcast every week or two and has some real good comments and real good stuff about the Bible, and I encourage you to take a look at their channel. We have Chuck at Grandpa Chuck's Stories. Old Grandpa Chuck is an older fella, kind of like me, and he's been down the road a lot and got a lot of experiences and a lot of wisdom. He's got a great channel. I encourage you to go check him out and listen to some of his stories. Old Grandpa Chuck does a great job. And we got Dana at Dana's Garden Retreat. Now, I was looking at her channel the other day, and of course she can't garden during the wintertime, and I'm not sure where she's from. I'm thinking somewhere over in the southeast, maybe part of the country. But she has gardening that she does and just has some real good videos on there. I'm looking forward to seeing what she does this spring and summer. We have Stan at Mr. Stan 3997. He's got church content and has a pretty good channel there. And then there's Steve at Walking and Talking with Steve. I saw one of his videos the other day where he was just walking down and looking at different movie star houses and kind of what they're doing and what have you. And he walks really fast. He's about my age, and I take my hat off to him. He walks a long ways and pretty fast, so he's in pretty good shape. But he's got a neat channel. Be sure and check him out. Then we have Light of God in Darkness. This is a gal that's, I think, over in Africa, somewhere in that area, trying to do the Lord's work and work with people on mission work and what have you. She needs our help financially and watching the channel, so be sure and check her out. And then we got OJ and Deb at Coffee Walk and Whatever. They talk about retired life, and they just a couple that have a lot of fun. Just they drive around filming, and they're in their house and they're drinking coffee and having a good time. So be sure and check those two lovebirds out and see what they're up to and where they're going, and give them our support. Well, that's about it for old Pop. I just want to say thank you again for all of our subscribers and everybody that placed a comment this past week. Welcome to Pop's Pals Club. Be sure and support some of those folks I mentioned in their channels, and I encourage you to keep watching what I've got. Hopefully it's making a difference in your life and helping out a little bit. And until next Monday, when we have another roll call, keep your powder dry. And remember, you never have to walk alone. Adios, amigos. Pops out.